Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's the Grays. We're back. Couple talk.
For another Couple Talk series. Today we are going to be talking about how long do you stay in a relationship with someone who has no desire or shows no interest of ever getting married or being married to you. So how long do you stay in that relationship?
Let me go ahead and ask you the question. I guess, fellas, it's that point in time of our life where we're gonna have to man up and leave them little thoughts alone and go ahead and, is that the one that you really want to be with? Think about it. Just because she got titties and booty, all that stuff can change. That stuff get the drooping down. You get plastic surgery. But anyway, really think about that one person that's helping you, that's got your back. Y'all gonna nag. You gonna nag. You gonna fight a little bit. But somebody who really has your back, really has the best interest for you. Even with Treese, I mean, that's why I chose her. I mean, she just went out here in these streets running around. So I kind of assessed the little thing, have a little piece of paper, and check. Now that ain't work. Check. That ain't gonna work either. Check. That ain't gonna work either. Then you weigh the options out, fellas. You're gonna have to settle down sometime or another.
So yeah, I mean, just to give you a little bit more background for me, getting into a relationship with Corey, I wasn't initially looking to be married to him. I was just more so wanting to date in the beginning. Yeah, in the
Okay.
beginning,
Okay.
like
Okay.
there
I
is
was gonna
always a
say.
beginning. So I never looked at marriage at that point. So of course, for most people, nobody really jumps in. I mean, there may be a few people out there that jumps in looking for someone to marry them. So in the beginning, it was more so just making sure he wanted to be with me or just be in the relationship. Period. Early on, I felt like he showed me plenty of signs like he wanted to be in this relationship just by his gestures and the things that he would do. And ladies, honestly, those are signs to show you whether or not this person is interested in you. So I would say in the beginning, yeah, he did show plenty of signs. He would do nice things. We would go out of town. We would take trips. We would date each other. He would bring me around like some of his family, different things like that. What does this guy do for you in your sense, or what does that girl do that shows you that this guy really wants to be with you? Eventually, I realized that I wasn't that person, or he wasn't ready to be in the relationship. So I had to, just be real with myself and say, hey, he's showing me signs, that he doesn't want to be in the relationship. So what I would do is just ask him, is this what you want to do? And not always do these men tell us, the truth at first, but they do give us the signs. So, even though he was telling me yes, he wanted to be in the relationship, the signs show otherwise. So eventually I said, you know what, we're going to split. And this was probably like our first time splitting. So, we separated that was only about a few months. And then
11 long months.
no, not the 11 months. I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about the first time.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah, it
which
was a
was
couple months.
just a couple months.
Yeah.
So, and he came back, and of course
Why you say it like that though?
because
You came back.
yeah, it was.
Anyway,
It was
continue the video.
So he did come back. We, dated again. It's basically like we just picked up where we left off, and then again, here it comes again. I noticed that. Wait, he's not really serious this time either. So
I was living day to day, doing me. And like I said, fellas, you get to a point, man, all that trying to remember everybody's birthday, and then you got to take them out and spend some time with that person. And it just got to be overwhelming because, see, I'm a hustler. I like to work. So I got to be making money. So all that right there be slowing me down. It's too much to try to remember. I don't remember all that. So you get to the point where you just grow up and that stuff, you just get old.
yeah, and then I mean, I definitely would say, ladies, looking and watching all the signs that the guy is telling you. Some of the things is like, especially if you guys don't live together, can you go over that person's house? Like, what are the times that you're able to go see this person? Can you spend the night with them? Those are some of the things that you should pay attention to. Does he, talk to you around when he's around his parents or his mom, or does when he's talking about things of his future, does it include you? Like, does he say things like, I think we should do this so that we can get this like later on down the line? what conversation does he have with you, or does his future or his talks about anything coming up even involve you, or does it sound like it's all about him and what his goals and what his plans are? So those are a few signs. So, with our last breakup, it was tough because I feel like Corey brought me back in the relationship, and technically I found out that he didn't want to be in the relationship, and eventually he did say it finally. He finally said it. So guess what?
It was hard too, man.
So guess what? He said it. It hurt, but hey, never force anybody to be in a relationship with you, especially if they don't want to be there, because it causes you more headache. So guess what I did? I politely left. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I don't remember nothing.
Yeah.
Everything is
so
all
it was that
peaches
kid,
and cream.
But no. So
To
we
me, it was
split.
all a dream.
Long story short, we separated, and that was your 10, 11 months.
I mean, she was real mean, y'all. She was real mean. I'd be like, hey, Treese.
I did not roll my eyes.
Yeah, you did.
I just
Yeah,
ignored
you did.
you.
You know what? Y'all, it was so serious. I stopped coming skating. Because I seen her there. I was like, man, she ain't even speaking to me, man.
See, that's why I tell people, like, if you're gonna really split or cut off with a person, and you need this person to determine whether or not is you that they want and is you that they're missing, I feel like every tie, every instance,
everything
should be cut completely
no
off.
texts, no calls, no being
hey,
in the
can
same
I come
places.
Over late at night,
what you
night
doing?
at 2:00, I was thinking about you. That's Corey line. Hey, you ran across my mind. I was thinking about you. And
you ain't
guess what I
tell
did?
everybody that. You ain't tell everybody
Well, I ignored those texts. I saw them, but I ignored them. So yeah, it's just you.
It made me a better man, though.
It did. It worked for the good. Not saying that it would work for you, but hey, it's a start. There are plenty of couples that I hear and talk to that, are always looking for confirmation of what this person is doing. Should I still be in this relationship? And I'm like, when do you make this person choose without telling them they have to choose? And not telling them or not making them choose. You don't have to force them to choose, but you can take your stuff out of the picture and basically say, hey, I think we need time apart, and then see how that person reacts. Will they come back and fight for you? Yeah, it may take months, and you need to go on about your life and just pray about the situation. But if this is somebody that you're wanting to spend the rest of your life with, you want to be married with, they need to be on the same page.
They'll come back. And ladies, I just want to let y'all know, from a man's perspective, even though you might be ready, he might not be ready. So you got to ask yourself, are you going to wait around for him to get ready? Or are you going to let time pass you by and you miss that person that was really supposed to be for you? So you can't, you going to marry me and you going to be with me. And you can't, a man has to go and seek that woman. So if he ain't ready to do that, he ain't ready to do that.
Yeah.
That's just him.
I've
it moving.
Never believed in a woman. I mean, I know a lot of people think that, it's okay for a woman to ask a man, which is true. I don't have anything against that, but I don't agree with making or forcing a man to marry me, or even we've had talk. We didn't really even have talks about being married.
No, I just
not until
surprised
the second time. We may have talked about it, but it wasn't like a, hey, are we gonna get married type deal? When are we gonna get married? None of that.
I should have asked. I mean, we married now. You a wonderful wife, but I wish, as a man and fellas, if you think about getting married or think about getting serious, ask those questions first. I really, really, really ask those questions. What, and women say it all the time, what are we? What are you guys? Like, how long do you think that you guys are gonna stay shacked up and be together? Because fellas, being married it ain't hard. It ain't what you think it is. You just get in there and you do it. That's your partner. That's your road dog. That she got your back, and y'all keep moving, man.
And that's the same with when you start dating that person. Back to the question of how long do you stay in a relationship with somebody. I used to ask Corey in the beginning. We did everything like we were a couple, but we never really just stated that we were a couple. And so eventually I started asking him, like, what are we? Are we in a relationship? And then, he was like, I mean, well, yeah, you know how you men do, so like, well, yeah, that softness, but
We was weighing our options. We like to weigh
yeah,
our
but the
options.
women, we're like looking for confirmation.
We don't care
So,
about that, man, because once you say I do, I mean, I don't know, but I'm old school, so
we
it's
ain't
like I
talking
don't
about the
believe
I do
I
part.
don't believe in divorces and all that kind of stuff. So when I make that decision, that's man, I gotta wake up and you gotta wake up and smell that stinky breath every morning. That's what you gotta do. I'm not talking about you, boo. I'm just saying the person that's right there. you know
Yeah,
that
you better
you
fix that
gotta
up.
you gotta be able to. That person that you with is not gonna be 100%. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're not gonna find nobody 100% the way that you want them.
No, you're not. So,
70, 80%, you better grab them before you be lonely by yourself.
So back to our question of how long do you stay in that relationship? Honestly, there's no science to it, but in my opinion, I feel like the dating part is about a year to maybe 3 at the max. You start getting in the 4 or 5 year range. Yeah, what are you guys? Because like, where is this going? What is our future? Not to say that it doesn't work for people who've been in a relationship for 5, 6, 10 years. But like, you start to get into, years, and things are happening through those years. Like, this person may have had a baby outside of the relationship, and you guys are still considering yourself a couple. This person may have cheated numerous times. There are so many things that it could have happened in those years, but it's like, okay, so are you going to continue to sit here and just allow yourself to lose out on what God has for you? Or do you seek God and ask God to show you, give you the strength to get out of their relationship, show you who He has for you? Matter of fact, start your relationship with Him first, and then everything else will fall in place. Like, seriously.
Keep God first.
I will tell you, I was that person. Like, once me and Corey split, it hurt so bad, because it's like, I saw myself with this person, although I knew that, I was that great person for him. He didn't realize it. A lot of times, women, when you're strong-minded, you know who you are and what that person can have when they have you. So I just prayed that I was healed from, our separation, and that if it was meant for us to be together, that we would be together.
Amen. Amen. And we're here,
like,
guys.
Seriously, that's
Couple
what
talk
happened.
with the Grays.
So yeah, I mean, I really think if you are one of those people that we're talking to right now who are going through this, who have experienced this, and you're still going through this, truly and really seek God now and ask Him to, heal your heart, be your comforter. If it's just the fact of that you've got to have a man there, seek God, let Him be your man. And then, pray about it, the strength to leave, or the strength to just to make that person, he or she, choose who they want to be with without you telling them you need them to choose. You just say, hey, I think we need time apart. You go seek your word. You go have your me time. You do you, hang out with the girls, hang out with the boys, because at the end of the day, you're still single. So have fun. And then, God will reveal who that person is. And if that person is that person that you're laying next to every night, or that you're spending time with, but it's not going anywhere, they'll get it together. They'll get the picture. Because guess who's going to speak to them? Your God. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we have today.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel, watch all the previous videos, follow us on Instagram. Our information at the bottom of the screen. See you guys, check it out, and just share the word. We just out here. We're not relationship experts. We just trying to give our input and things that we went through, try to give it to you guys. So you might running through them hurdles. You might have already ran over the hurdles, and you never pick the hurdle back up to even talk about it. Just small things. That's why we're here to talk. Subscribe to us, DJ CW615. And you got anything else, babe?
I think that's it.
I love you, boo.
Love you too, baby. I think that's it. Anything that you feel like you want to share or want us to talk about, a lot of you guys are still inboxing, still commenting, still stopping us places. Like, we appreciate it. Like, we didn't expect it to be like this, and we definitely thank you for tuning in. We thank you for your comments. Thank you for just telling us that you like it, like that you enjoy what we're talking about. So we really appreciate it. And so if you're not comfortable with posting it on, you can always inbox it. Like, yeah.
And my number everywhere on my truck.
It is.
It's on my trailer. It's business card 615-818-2084. You shoot me a text like, C-Dub, like, I know you don't know who this is, but can you guys talk about da 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 da? Cool, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You know? And then you sit down with your boo and be like, babe, look at C-Dub on the radio. Look what he doing. And then, that's the question that you want to ask him, but you just can't say it. So let us do it. We got it.
Yeah, we can answer it for you without them even knowing that you asked that question.
Subliminally. That's what we here for. Man, we out of here. Make sure y'all follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, DJ C-Dub 615. We out of here. Couple Talk with the Grays.
Bye.